managers, and I guess after that, next thing I know, we was all having a meeting and going outside, and then the police came and the bomb squad came, and then they told us we could leave and go home.
What can you tell us about that meeting? I want to make sure that we are able to get just any kind of factual information and not kind of what we've heard through the grapevine, because I know there's certainly a lot of that. But what can you tell me from that meeting that you took away from when they said you can go home?
Well, like I said, this is very serious because, like I said, I know one of well, my family knows one of the people that the explosion happened in the last few bombers in Austin, and like I said, it's been really close to home. So, you know, it made me kind of nervous, and the person that I told, it made him nervous. And when we talked to them, they told us what was going on in church, and well, we know that the package, it was coming to Austin. So it could have made it to Austin and went to the family that it was supposed to go to or where it was supposed to go, and we had another tragedy. And like I said, I'm glad that nobody didn't seriously, you know, another family didn't seriously get hurt. I mean, they could have. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean,
so
these bombings are ridiculous. I mean, like I say, they if they can find anybody else, they should be able to find whoever's doing this. I mean, I don't want to see nobody else get hurt. I don't want to see no family member get hurt. And like I said, I live south of Austin, and it's been bombs out this way. And like I said, I fear that my kids might open the door and there's package outside, and I think anything could happen, my mother or anybody.
And I think that's a concern that a lot of people have. When they sent you guys home from this facility here, or I guess from work, did they tell you that there was a specific package they were looking at inside the facility?
No, we didn't get none of that information.
Okay.
Hey, what can you tell us about kind of the flow of distribution? The facility over in Schertz, if there is a package, does that get on the FedEx truck and then it goes over to different homes and businesses where the package is supposed to be addressed? Or do some of those packages come over to the facilities in Austin and then this one over here in North Austin?
That's the way it goes. It comes from Schertz, and it could come to either our facility or one of the other facilities that distribute around Austin. And like I said, it could came to us and exploded there, or got out and made it to the home in Austin, or wherever it was going in Austin, and it exploded there.
And I know I could tell from the sound of your voice that you're visibly shaken and you're worried about your safety and your families. But had you been put on any kind of alert before this latest explosion in Schertz? Did nobody say, hey, guys, watch out, or be aware of this?
No, it was none of that. As far as we knew, that it was just somebody delivering packages overnight. It wasn't a FedEx worker, a UPS worker, or none of that. It was just somebody that was just dropping off packages overnight and leaving them there.
In what time did they tell you guys about this suspicious package situation here in Austin? And how long after that?
6. It was like around 6.
And how long after that did they tell you guys, go ahead and go home? There's not going to be
it was like, we was in the parking lot for maybe about 5 minutes after the police came and the bomb squad came, and I think one of the officers or whatever said that, you know, you send the guys home, and they told us, hey, you know, you guys can clear out and go home, and we left right after that.
And was that the beginning of your shift, end of your shift?
It was like right in almost, it was like probably like in the middle. I think we leave like about 9:30 or 10, depending on how long it takes for us to get everything loaded up and out of the way.
And so did they tell you this was going to be shut down for the entire day?
No, we didn't get none of that information.
Okay.
If it did, then it was after, like, a lot of us left as soon as they said, hey, we can leave. And, you know, a lot of us was shaking up, so we left.
So you don't know when you're supposed to go back to work?
No.
We're trying to get more information about the explosion that happened in Schertz, and from what we're being told is that the employees in Schertz stayed at the facility, and it doesn't really sound like that was the case for very long in Austin. I guess I'm just wondering about your thoughts about that as you talk to us about how heavy this is, how this news is for the employees, like yourself.
It's really heavy. I mean, because like I said, it could have been on any one of our trucks. Yeah. And, you know, the way we load boxes and the way it exploded, I mean, it could have just went off in one of the guys' trucks, but nobody knew what was what happened or what was going on. Like I said, we wasn't even thinking that it would come through any one of our facilities. Like I said, we thought it was just somebody just dropping off packages overnight.
We all
just
did.
Some random person just dropping off packages overnight and making it look like it came from FedEx, DHL, UPS, or just any other mail carrier.
And that is because sending an explosive device through the mail obviously takes a very bold person.
Yes, a sick person, actually. That's whoever's doing it is a really sick individual, or however many people are doing it. That's very sick. I mean, lives have been lost behind this, and people that's close to some of the people in Austin, like I said, I even know, you know, one of the people that it happened to, and it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing.
Can you, since we have you on the phone with us, explain to us what happens? How do you make sure that you don't have explosive devices in these packages? Do you have X-rays? What do you do to scan them?
It's not. I mean, really, like if you're working through, you can't tell if it's explosive device in a box. You can't tell. I mean, when the boxes come down the belts or the sorting them out, you can't tell if it's an explosive box. There's no way to tell at all.
So short of opening the box, which obviously could be very dangerous, you're saying there's no way to know if there's something dangerous inside a package that's being shipped through there?
Yes, sir. There's no way to tell. You can't tell at all.
Are you scared to go back to work?
Yes and no. Yes, because, you know, it could happen to me or anybody else, and no, because I support my family working through FedEx.
Mm-hmm. Well, sir, we thank you for your time. Hopefully all is well there, and we thank you for your insight as well.
Thank you.
Hey, and we appreciate you reaching out to us and being able to talk to us on the phone. I know that this is a very delicate situation, but it really does help us understand just how much of an investigation and how serious this is. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Be safe.
I'm sorry. We're going to ask, sir, if you're still there, if you can hang on the line just for 1 second after we finish